Hello and welcome to What Map, the map review show for Cities Skylines. There are tens of thousands of maps in the workshop now, and so finding the right one for your next build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review one, using our 5-star rating for aesthetics, detail and gameplay potential, awarding only the very best the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to Thursday's What Map. What's that I hear? You want a map with playability value today? Okay, how about Farhorn by dankicity? It's an island in the middle of the 25 square tiles, so that's good for vanilla players, I guess. And what have we got in the way of resources? And they're all centered on that island too, and they're nicely merged in together. I like that. That looks good to me. What do we need? We need Clara and network extensions too. So not too much there either. And in terms of LUT, nothing suggested, so I've gone with the last LUT I used, which was Definitive Vision, which is quite a nice LUT as well. Anyway, highways, pretty good standards at the moment. Very straight, very level, which is all good for highway. Also 6 lanes. Look at that, 6 lanes. Don't often see anybody brave enough to go with a 6-lane highway. Very nice. This intersection is a bit of a monster. 6 lanes merging into 6 lanes, and all I can say is ouch. Ouch. Now I really wouldn't want to be driving into Farhorn Island and merging into that. That would give me the heebie-jeebies. Anyway, the highway's not too bad at all. Very smooth, very level, and pretty straight. Not much to talk about there. And we've got this bridge. This bridge takes you across into the island, and let's hope there is no shipping through there, because that's just not going to work if there is. We'll worry about that a bit later on, when we do the usual, when we have a look at the shipping. And then the highway comes along here, still running flat and true. But this railway bridge going over it, I know we look at the railway later on its own, but that I really don't like. It's a bit droopy and a bit lollopsome. A lollopsome, I wonder. Anyway, where are we? We are now going elevated. Now, there is a reason I believe that dankicity's gone with elevated. I'll talk about that once again when we get to terrain. What have we got here? It's a pretty interesting intersection with some quite steep looking slopes. Now, I know this is not Danky's fault, but he did choose this intersection, so I blame him. Little bit of move it would have fixed some of this, I think. Shall we have a closer look? A driver's eye view. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Let's Sunday drive, guys. Sunday drive. And take a left. And oh crumbs. Stick it in low gear. Low gear. Lower gear. Lower gear. And no, it's just not making it. It's just not making it. So what we'll do is we'll see where this way goes. Once again, all elevated all the way, and then we got this suspension bridge, which I believe is overkill. Really don't need it there. I mean, it's elevated highway is coping on its own without having a bit of suspension bridge there. Still, I know why it's been put in. I just think it's an overkill. I've said that twice. I am repeating myself now. There's a dead end down there, by the way. Here is your start square, your glorious start location, right by the river. Although he does suggest not drawing the water from the river. We'll get to that later, of course. But that's not a bad intersection for a start location. This is just outside of the start square, and enables you to spread outwards and onwards. So there you go. What shall we do? Shall we go for a train ride? Yeah, train ride time. Now, oddly enough, although the highway is perfectly flat, the railway line seems to be a little bit lumpy bumpy. Then we reach this beautiful intersection, Look at this. This allows trains to do a full loop. Here's one. Here's one. Watch this. Watch this. He's going to go back on himself here. I like this. Well, he'll probably go back on himself. I hope he does. Having said that, it'd be a bit of embarrassment if he doesn't. There he goes. Around the loop. And then back out. And away from Farhorn Island. Because there's nothing going on over there just yet. Very nice. So I like that. That's good. Tell you what's not so nice. This. Look at that. That's just way too steep. Way too steep. And not forgivable. But anyway, yes, this railway line, slightly more bumpy than the highway, which is surprising, really. And that bridge, we've already seen the bridge, and we've already seen this up and over. So we'll just show. Oh, let's see, it's nice and smooth. That's what should have been like on the other side. Look, nice smooth incline there. That's all right. Yeah, it's a bit, yeah, droopy. Lollopsome. Not too bad on the way down, a little bit too steep for my liking. And then down here we've got this pointless bridge. Why? Why? I don't understand. It's asset time. And today's asset review is missing. It's conspicuous by its absence. But I have heard that there's some kind of commotion. Some kind of commotion going on down by the beach. Not that we've really got a beach on this map, but you know, seafront. Ah, look, 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 look. Gun embankments. Look at this. Big guns, machine gun posts. But you're telling me, look, this is vanilla, BonBon. We've seen these before. Well, they must be there for a reason. Why would we have big guns pointing out to sea? I have no idea. Unless the Japanese are coming. Only 60 years too late, of course. This is the Kongou-class Battleship by Vasper. And it's my first ever prop out to sea. And it floats, it bobs in the waves. I'm quite impressed actually by the game's mechanic that allows you to just drop a prop, plop a prop into the water and it bobs away. Very nice, Bob's your uncle. Not BonBon's your uncle though. Right, what have we got here? We've got a battleship. I really don't have much to say about this. It's very nice. Very, very nice. If you've got a big harbour, that's probably a nice prop to have in it. And we're going to gun it down now, okay? Or shall we let it be? We'll let it be. We'll let it be. Yeah. No, 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 no. We let you be. We let you be. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Whew, that was a close one. I really thought he was going to then. Shipping routes. Shipping routes. It goes right through that bridge. There's not a chance in heck, is there? There is not a chance in heck. There we go. Let's just double check. Boom. Straight through the post. Straight through the roads. Yeah. Very poor. Very poor indeed, I'm afraid. But the shipping routes other than that go around the island. They reach every nook and cranny. That's what you need. Everybody's happy. Apart from the people on the bridge. Water sources. The water flows here, guys. Okay. It's a little bit shallow. This is where you're going to draw your initial water from if you're playing vanilla. By that start square there. It's just about reaches that little lake. Okay. So that's probably where you're going to start off from. And now, if I'm honest with you, I'm liking these streams, these rivers. They're very shallow, but they're moving. They're fairly well controlled. And trees in the water. Okay. Now, I'm not too unhappy with this little section here. These are trees in the water, but I can actually believe that these came to, like, the banks washed away. At this point, I can feel that they were actually land-based trees. I'm not so sure about this little tree here, though. I'm less sold on him. Probably because the bank's a little bit steeper. Whereas here the banks were very level. I kind of like... I just get the feeling, as a natural phenomenon, these trees probably recently washed into the stream, whereas that I just don't buy. I really don't. Okay, what else have we got? There's probably going to be a few more trees in the river, I imagine. What have we got down here? It's nice. It's a nice. It's a shame about there's one right in the middle. No, don't buy it. Sorry. And we've got a whole load down here, which really I'm not living this now. This is now basically drowned trees for the sake of being mean. Let's check this one out, just because. Like I say, it's a shame because if we could just remove these trees, if there was only a way of removing the trees, if only they gave you a tool to be able to delete things. Anyway, yes, if they weren't there, this would be spectacularly beautiful. Very, very nice. Sadly, they are there, and it's ruined it a little bit. It's gone from being spectacular to be, it's alright. It's alright. And yeah, we've got these little lakes as well, which have been shaped and tooled to be certain shaped. The whole thing, though, it does feel a bit digitised. Do you not think? It's almost like they've taken a height map and not quite cleaned it up enough. We've got another little lake there. It's a shame because I'd be interested to know what height map they've used. But anyway, yes, we've got elevated highways here because the terrain is a little bit bumpy, and I think it was probably easier for him to elevate the highways than to level the terrain out everywhere he wanted to put a highway. And well, great. I mean, if you're going to have a large city down here, maybe elevated highways the way you're going to want to go. But I feel that because once you get back here, look, it's all smoothed out. The highway's nice and smooth. So we went elevated to avoid the lumpy ground rather than because we've got a big city to evolve in. Right, have we covered everything? Have we covered everything? Oh no, there's islands, or outlying land, as this happens to be. These I like. They provide good background. You can also come out and build on them. If you've got the mass transit, you might want to do some ferry services between them. These islands are fine. And this particular island here, that's big enough to do something with as well. So you might want to smooth it out with a smoothing tool, of course. Polish it. Aesthetically, like I say, if it was polished, just polished a little bit, I could give this 4 stars. But because it's not, I'm giving it just a 3. Detailing, well, once again, the detailing could be a lot better, and I want to give this 3 stars, but I'm having to knock it down to 2. Just half an hour or so, just sorting out all the little problems that bring up to an easy to a 3. And gameplay potential, do you know what? Actually, yes, I'll give you credit for that one. This is a map that you could go to town on and build a town on. 4 stars for me for gameplay potential. It's Farhorn by dankicity, and that is a very playable map, if unfinished. I would suggest just needs a little bit of polishing, a little bit of chiseling away. Well, thanks for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. Join me again tomorrow for another map in the What Map series, and don't forget the full list of maps is in the description below. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.